Hello, my soapy friends, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Lissa, also known as the Soap Chef on this channel, where we make all things with a rather good lather. I've been a maker in this industry for over 2 decades. We are a 3D bath bomb mold supplier, and my favorite products to make, of course, are bath bombs. But that's enough about me. Let's get right into the video. Okay, we did a batch of yellow bubble dough. Let's do a batch of green dough. I already have it mixed up to save time. Let's go ahead and just maybe work with a little bit of this at a time. We're going to roll it out this time. I can't find my good rolling pin, so I have to use this old one. Don't worry, it's not getting used for anything else food-wise. All right, so work this a little bit, knead it a little bit. This is arrowroot. You could do some cornstarch, whatever you have on hand. I have found this is going to be my 3rd test batch now of this bubble fondant recipe, the Bubble Magic. I have found that dusting absolutely is essential. If you do not want a sticky, god-awful mess on your hands, you have to dust. And then once you do that, it's fine. It's not really very sticky. Well, not as sticky. I mean, it's going to be sticky to some degree. But let's kind of try to mold this into some... See, it's still splitting, so I still need to mash this some more. That's the one thing that I don't care for, and it's not recipe specific to this recipe. It's just making this type of product to begin with. It breaks apart so easily, and it doesn't really hold its form very well as you're working with it. It does mold nicely, but as you're working with it, it has a tendency to crack and crumble and fall apart on you. All right, let's get some. Just going to roll this a little bit flat, not too much, because I still want them to be a little bit on the thicker side. Now, ultimately, you would have some guides on the sides so that everything is going to be the same even thickness. But I prefer to do it the other way, wherein I will just, here, let's work with, I got a lot of different sets over here. Let's work with these. I prefer the other way, where you're just, I take the shell, the outside, the cutter part, and I just put that down, and then I stuff my mix in there, and then I use the stamp to push it through. But I did have people asking me already, can you just roll out the dough like you would, you know, if you were making cookies or anything like that? And you absolutely can. And then you stamp it later. Now, I'm just testing, remember, right? So I haven't tested these yet. They're printed, but this is the test. I'm testing them right now. So we'll see if you're able to stamp it without, you know, doing it the way that I was doing it before. All right, let's get that back in there. Now, we'll just get these on out of here. These are a lot thinner than the ones that I did in the other 2 batches that I made. A lot thinner. See, that guy's already sticking. That's what I'm saying. You guys really need to dust a lot. All right, that goes with that. That goes with that. All right, let's see what we're working with here. We got a little bunny with a little heart up on the top by his ear. He's cute. Then we've got this bunny with one bent ear, and he's got a heart for a tail. And then we've got a little chick. Oh, look at how cute. He's cute. And then we've got an Easter basket here with some eggs in there. So even though this one is a little bit messed up in my opinion because it kind of stuck on the table, let's just go ahead and see if this will just stamp on its own without doing it the way that I was doing it before. And it does, so that's good. My only issue is how thin these are, but that might actually dry better if they're thinner like this. Remember, these are supposed to be reusable. That's how they formulated this, to be able to reuse it and reuse it. So you're going to get multiple baths out of just one. You want repeat business, so you don't want the big, huge, regular size molds. You don't want that. They're never going to come back and buy another one because that's going to last them for like 6 months. So let's just, here, hold please. All right, let's just put all of the finished ones right there. Okay, let's stamp this bunny. All right, there's that one. I don't know if I like them this thin, to be honest with you. To me, it looks like they may crack. So I'm not really a fan of how thin they are, but I can certainly roll the dough out to be thicker. That shouldn't be an issue. Now this one I have to stamp a little bit better to make sure that those designs come out. Let's do the little chick. He was cute. And there you go. So that's going to be one set. And if any of these aren't working and it's pulling the mix all out of there, that's a no-go for me. We won't be offering those until we modify them. For instance, let's see if I can do this one now. Okay, so yesterday I told Mr. Chef that this one didn't work because of the teeth. You see all those teeth and all those teeny little squares that are supposed to be making up his teeth? Well, of course that bubble dough got stuck all down in there and it ripped all those details right on out. So I did not put that up for sale. So he modified the design and made the details to be more shallow and not as deep. So he wanted me to test it again. And he wanted me to test it like how I'm doing it now, instead of how I did it the other day with putting the cutter part down and then smashing the dough into the cutter and then using that cutter to push it all the way through. He said, just do just the regular stamp like you would just making cookies and see if it works that way with the new modifications. I already have the other video up on the second channel now on Soap Chef 2, the video that I did with the yellow and the emoji. I'm gonna make this dough a little bit thicker than the other ones. All right, so as per Mr. Chef's request, let's go ahead and do that and keep them there. We have 2 different Easter egg sets. And they're only going to come with 1 shell because they're all the same size. So there's no point in us spending the money and the time on the printer to print 1 shell for each one of these stamps because they all fit into one. So we've got 2 different sets of the eggs. So let's go ahead and just do 1. It's a little more difficult to pick this up and out of here when the dough is a little bit more thick. Here, let's put you over here so I can have some room, maybe. all this extra out of here. And I'll roll it back up again. Okay, there's our 4. Yeah, it's a little harder to get out of the shell when they're thicker like this. By the way, you guys get one of these up on the Etsy store or on the website. It's priceless, let me tell you. All right, let's take these stamps and see if we can stamp these eggs now that I squished that one on the bottom. This one's cute. It's got a little bunny face on the egg. This one I'm pressing a little bit harder just to ensure that those details come out. One more egg, and then we'll do the guy with the teeth and see how that works out. Okay, so we got our eggs done. Hey, this guy's working today, and he's working doing it this way. Oh, cool. Good. Even though I'm messing up the outside of it. All right, so we've got our eggs now. They do get a little bit misshapen doing it this way, like rolling it out like cookie dough and then pressing. Because think about what you're doing. You're compressing that dough. And so it's tending to be a little bit on the misshapen side. But there's all the eggs. So that's one full set. And then here's our guy with the teeth that we couldn't get it to go the other day because it ripped it right out because I did it the other way and was using the stamp to push it on through. And those details were just too deep. But then, like I said, Mr. Chef modified that to make the details more shallow. The eyes and the mouth, he made it more shallow, not as deep. So good, that's working good. So now I can add that one to the mix. I also had the tongue one from the other day. If you guys watched that video, the tongue one, the emoji with the tongue sticking out, he didn't come out either because the details were too deep. So again, Mr. Chef modified that one. So let's see if I can get him to go. It's fun working with this stuff once you can get it to go. I don't know if you guys have been working with this stuff yet. I mean, it's a brand new recipe. I think she's only been out with it like a week and a half, maybe. Just gonna leave it kind of thick like that. Let's just get that out of there just to try this guy with the tongue because he did not come out the other day. So we're going to try it again, doing it this way. And I think doing it this way as well as making those details more shallow will be beneficial. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. There you go. All right, cool. All right, so he's good and he's good. I'll have to add those to the pack that I already have up for sale. All right, so we had one egg set done. We've got our bunny set done. let's do another egg set. Whee! All right, let's see if we can get this whole big mess to form like that. I can also say that doing it this way, as you would with cookie dough and using those cutters, is faster than the way that I did it on the video that I just uploaded this morning. This way is faster. You can get a lot more done quicker, which is good for me because, as you all know, I have 0 time in my life. I'm just too busy. Did I mention what this is? It's arrowroot, and it's just in a small muslin bag. All right, let's get some. We got 4 more stamps, so we'll do 4. 1. Yeah, that's the only part, I guess, that I don't like, is trying to get the dough back out of here once you've stamped it. Or not stamped it, cut it. Once you've cut it, it's a little bit more tedious trying to get it out of there without making impressions with your thumbs and everything. All right, so there's our 4. Let's stamp them. I'm really not pushing very hard to make the imprint. Because again, I don't want to squish this all the way down. You could just go ahead and keep it inside. Here, let me go ahead and push that down in there. And just give it a stamp. And then pull your stamp off and then try to push it through. I think the design is going to get ruined doing it that way. Yeah, I don't like doing it that way. All right, so this is another set. So that one's good to go. Okay, these are the ones that I'm excited to try. We've got some monkeys going on here. Hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil monkeys, right? So let's get those base pieces done. Which one is which now? That's you, that's you. All right, let's stamp. Okay, perfect. The stamps are all working really well. So we've got the Hear No Evil, See No Evil, and Speak No Evil monkeys. Cute. And by the way, in my personal experience that I've been working with, like I said, this is only the 3rd time that I've been working with this. So the 3 times that I have worked with this, the first time it took like 6 full days for it to dry enough so that I could package it. And then the yellow batch that I made, which was my 2nd batch, because I dusted it a lot, that seems to also help with the hardening and the firming up of the dough. Because the very next day, which was today, because I made those yesterday on Sunday, so I came back to the soap shop today, and they're much more firm today than the first batch was, the orange batch that I made. The yellow batch was way more firm because I dusted the heck out of it. And that first batch that I made, I never dusted anything at all. So again, that's my opinion, that dusting is like kind of crucial. Okay, so we've got the 2 different eggs. We've got the monkeys. Let's do some, even though it's late in the game, let's do a couple of Valentine ones. So we've got a heart here. We've got a love letter, if I can get enough dough in here. Yeah, I got enough right there. All right, we'll just do those 2 quick, and then we'll re-roll some more. You know I'm going to have to go and tell Mr. Soap Chef that he's right. Come on, girls. Support me. You know nobody wants to do that with their husband. Honey, you were right and I was wrong. Well, it's not so much that I was wrong. It's just it wasn't working. And so he fixed it and said, do it this way. All right, I'll do it that way. Well, it's working doing it that way, so... All right, let's just stamp these quick just to get them kind of out of the way. Now, this one has a little bit more of a deeper design as far as the letters are concerned. Letters always give people hassles, myself included. And so just be aware of that, but that just stamped perfectly, no problems. Now, this is our love letter. Okay, good. So those are good to go. Let's get the rest of this dough out. I only have a couple more to go. I've got a bear that's holding a heart. I've got the 2 hearts together. I've got a heart key. And then I already tested the frog. I already tested him. I don't know if I'm going to have enough dough. But after I'm done doing these ones, I'll go show you the frog that I did do. And then the only other one I have to do is the lips. Okay. All right, let's try the bear. He's the biggest one. I'm trying to keep all of these down to a very small size for the reason that I mentioned before. I don't know why I just went to go and put that stamper down there. That's not what you're supposed to be doing, chef. Pay attention. for the reason that I mentioned before, like you want to, well, in my opinion, okay, let's just leave it at that. In my opinion, I think smaller is going to be better because you want repeat business. You don't want these people to hang on to this for 6 months because it's going to last that long, because it probably will. These go, where did these go? I lost my place here. There they go, over here. Okay. So this is all going to be one set too. So I should actually just keep these over here because this is all going to be one set. I'm offering these in sets. All right, the bear. Let's get him there. And then we've got the double hearts. If I could figure out which way to do this. Hello. And then the key. All right. Okay, there's that. Oh my gosh, how cute. Wow. Cuteness galore. Okay. So now, in this next set, if I can fit them all in my hand, this is going to be another full set. Cute, really cute. Okay, the only ones I have left are those two, which I definitely have enough dough to do those, so I'll show you now. Instead of having to go and get the little froggy, I can show you because I do have enough dough to make that. All right, let's show you the frog. Now I'm holding on to the frog until we get the other animal ones printed. I'm not putting this up for sale by itself. Like I said, I'm doing these in sets because they're so small, you guys. That's really why. And it's pretty much the only reason why, because these are very, very small. So I'm going to be grouping them by like category, like animals, Easter, Valentine's, and so forth. Because it doesn't make much sense for me to charge what I would need to charge now that shipping has gone up again. On average, for one item, no matter what it is that I'm sending out, on average, I'm paying $4.60 something for one item to ship that out. And so what, I'm going to have to charge you like what, $9 for one small stamp? No. I can get a bunch of stamps in there for the $4.60 some odd cents. That's my logic anyways. More bang for your buck. All right, let's try these lips. Boop. I have to say, Mr. Chef was right. Doing it this way. The only thing that, again, the only thing I don't like is that it's smushing him down just a little bit. And so a couple of them might be misshapen, but listen, these are handmade. It's going to look like it's handmade. Wiggle jiggle, come in. Stop sticking. I didn't dust this one too well. All right, and there's our lips. Again, this is not going to be put up yet until I get some more that is in the same type of category. But there you go. Okay, I do believe that's it. Let's see, let's just take a look. I even did the two, again, that I couldn't get to go before because the designs were too deep. We modified those. Those are good to go now. I did the eggs, the bunnies, I did all of that, all that. Yeah, everybody's done now. Okay, perfect. I still have a little bit left, so I'll bang out maybe a couple more of these frogs because I know the kiddos are gonna love the frogs. But that's it, you guys. So this is the second video that I've done, and it's the third test batch that I've done with the Bubble Magic recipe that you can get on Bath Fizz and Foam. They've got, I think, 4 different recipes in there. There's a couple of different bubble fondants, one that can be extruded if you would like to make sprinkles or whatever else that you would like to do, and then the bubble wand, the reusable bubble wand, which is my preference, what I have been testing. I don't really do bubble fondant. I don't have a need for it. There's really no product that I make that I could, you know, like have some type of a bubble fondant and put it into some type of a shape or a extruder and wrap it around or glue it on with your melt and pour, your water. I don't make any products like that. So kind of no point for me to even use those, but I'm getting happier and happier with this recipe as I continue to work with it. It's like anything else. The first time you work with anything, it might give you what I like to call, excuse my French, it might give you an ass ache the first time that you work with it. And then you're going to get all frustrated and say, oh my God, this recipe sucks. I'm never doing this again. Well, work with it a few more times. Give it a chance. The first time I worked with it, it was so freaking sticky. I was like, this is disgusting. I don't ever want to work with this stuff again. Then the next time I dusted it. And now this time I'm dusting it even more. And so it's working better for me. I am able to mold this better without getting just tons of it stuck all over my hands, which is what was happening before. So the more you work with it, the better, you know, it's going to be. You're going to get more comfortable and you're going to start liking it. I do. All right. I don't know what to do with that little piece, but we'll worry about it later. Okay, you guys, that's it. We've done the demo of all the other ones that we just printed last night, and thank goodness every single one of them worked, including the 2 that didn't work the other day. They do now. Cool. All right, you guys. Like I said, these are going up on the website momentarily. I already took the pictures before I even did this demo in preparation, and that's what I usually do. And then if they don't work, I put the ones that don't work off to the side and I take a different picture of the ones that did work. That's all. You're going to find these up on my Etsy shop within the next hour. The video of my second try of just doing the emojis is already up on the second channel, Soap Chef 2. This video is going to be going up as soon as I do all the edits and everything later on today. Okay? Thanks, guys. I hope you appreciated all of this, and have fun playing with your bubble dough. All right? Till we meet again, be kind and stay humble. Take care of yourselves, okay? See you soon.